guys, this is Sage Charmaine, and you're watching Click on This Show.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Julia Lee for Click on This, and we are at Bowery Ballroom with Sage Charmaine, who is going to be opening up for Hey Violet tonight. So, Sage, for those who, are just getting to know you, tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us how you got involved in music. Give us a little bit of an about me.
Originally, I am from Amarillo, Texas. The very top of the panhandle. I got my start in music at a very young age. I was just always singing and performing for as long as I can remember. It just came super naturally to me. So around age like 4 or 5, I started expanding my horizons a bit more and trying to perform. My grandpa actually had a church in Amarillo, so they had a worship team, as you could probably imagine. And so I saw that and I was like, oh my God, I want to be part of that. So I started performing there. Obviously, that wasn't my scene. So, I just kept pursuing it. And then now I am where I am today. When I'm Sage Charmaine, I feel like myself, like Sage has two personalities, if you will. I have Sage Charmaine, which is my performance persona. And then like Sage Boatwright, which is my more like home closed off self. So yeah, when I'm Sage Charmaine, like who you're seeing right now, I'm very like outgoing, performing. I'm like all out. Obviously, and I actually did that because when I am Sage Boatwright, I have glasses, bangs, and so when it came to performing, I was super nervous. So I had to do something where I was able to break out of my shell. So I actually, when I was like 8 or 9, I heard about how Beyonce had Sasha Fierce. And I was like, I could just do that. So that's where Sage Charmaine was born. So it's like my musical persona. Sage Charmaine is very like punk rock, kind of like Haley from Paramore vibes, I would say, for sure.
So tell us about your music and what kind of, songs you write.
I would say my music style can vary for sure, but I would say it tends to be more like alt pop, like alternative, indie / pop, like pop punk kind of. I would say references would be Hey Violet, Haley Williams from Paramore, and then maybe like Tame Impala mixed in there too, maybe like a little bit of Avril Lavigne vibes too.
So you're opening for Hey Violet tonight. Have you ever worked with them before, or is this your first time performing with them?
This is gonna be my 3rd show performing with them. I did San Fran with them and Los Angeles, so tonight we're doing the Bowery Ballroom in New York. And then tomorrow we're going to do DC, and then that's it for this tour that they're doing. It was just a short little thing to promote a single. And then they might do another one next month, I believe, and I might join that. But yeah, so far I've only done 2-3 dates with them now. And yeah, they're super nice. It's been a great opportunity. My new single, well, I have a whole new EP that came out. It's called Don't Leave Me. But I would say Don't Leave Me is definitely the showcase song. I have a song on there called Don't Leave Me as well. And I chose to make that one showcase the whole EP because the EP is also named Don't Leave Me as well, because I felt like that song just really captured what the whole thing was about. Like it really captured the essence pretty well. Yeah, so the whole album, or the EP itself, I would say is kind of like the different stages of emotions that you go through, or the different feelings that you can feel when you are in love or just experiencing a type of love, whether that's with friends, family, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, what have you. So the whole album is kind of just like the different ways you can feel from love, which can be, from good to bad and everything in between. So yeah, that's what that's about. And then the song Don't Leave Me is kind of just about you constantly find yourself thinking of this person. You can't really know why, but you just always find yourself having them like on your mind, and you just want them all to yourself, like completely selfish.
So is this your first time performing in New York? Because you're living in LA now.
Yeah, I work out of LA and live out of LA as well. It's not my first time performing in New York. It's one of my first times performing in New York. I performed last summer in Long Island. I'd say today is going to be my biggest, most serious show in New York as of date. So that's pretty cool.
Well, that's awesome because how old are you?
I am 16.
16
my birthday
years old,
my birthday is October 2nd, so I will be 17 in like 3 months.
Do you get nervous or?
Yeah. So going back to what I was saying before, I have really bad social anxiety as myself. It's something I just always struggled with for some reason. So it was just crazy because imagine me, like this bitch wants to perform, like go out on stage, have her own shows, and I can't even order a pizza on the phone. Like literally, that was me. So I was like, I have to do something. I have to make myself be able to step out of my shell, or else like this just won't work. So yeah, I had to kind of create 2 personalities Sage Charmaine, Sage Boatwright. So when I'm performing, I always have contacts in. I'm always like the best version of myself, I guess you could say. Super talkative and try and be like, just go all out when I perform. And then when I'm Sage Boatwright, I just have glasses, chilling, super nerdy, I would say, compared to like myself. But yeah, so doing that was kind of the way that I made myself not be nervous, because otherwise, before I did that, I would say I would get increasingly like way more nervous. Like I would have just not really stage fright, but just I'm very hard on myself. So I'm really a perfectionist when it comes to like my craft, I guess you could say. So I'll just be in my head more so while I'm performing, and I'm just like, oh, like you did this and it's like bad, so it's like blah blah blah. So I had to do something where I could just completely forget about it and not be nervous, not have any issues, and that's what I did.
I read that you had a dream about cutting your bangs and dyeing them. So can you tell us about that? Yeah,
so I got bangs, just kind of like a whimsical decision I had one day, and I did it. The next night I was just thinking like, they're kind of boring. So I was just thinking, what could I do? I've always wanted colorful hair. Before this hair color, I had auburn hair for like 6 years. So I had a dream one night, and I was like, oh, that would be the perfect way to do an attainable color that I could still hide, would be to dye them underneath. Because originally what my hair was auburn. I had auburn bangs, and then underneath where this purple color is, I'm not sure if you can really see it now that they're back, they were colored pink or blue or red, whatever I wanted at the moment.
What's
so that's
next for you? Like, what are your plans in the next coming months? Are you writing? Are you going on tour? What's next?
I would say in these next few months, I'm definitely going to be working a bunch. I have another project right now that I'm working on. I've been working on it for a minute. But yeah, this project that I'm working on now is going to be more, since I like to be very experimental with music tastes and like music that I make myself. This one, I want it to be more lenient towards like lo-fi, more like pop and R&B, rather than this previous EP I just did, which I feel is more like indie, alt, pop punk-ish a little bit. So yeah, this next project is going to be a little bit different, I would say, but I'm excited for that. And then other than that, I just have performances all over. I usually perform at least once a week, so I'm sure once I'm home, I'll be performing around like the Los Angeles area if any of y'all live around there and want to come through. But yeah, so just pay attention to my Instagram because I always have new shows going up. But yeah, that's my plan so far. I am Sage Charmaine on all social media. If you want to follow me anywhere, YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, Twitter, everything is Sage Charmaine. My all-time favorite band is My Chemical Romance. So I feel like while that would be
90s band, you're 16 years old.
While that would be like a weird like mix, that would be cool. I would love to collab with like Gerard Way. That would be lit. I would love to collab with like Tame Impala. That's another artist I look up to. I really like Michael Jackson, although he's passed. Obviously, I would love to do like a duet with him in heaven one day. And then yeah, I love Diplo as well. That's another artist. I had just been asked this question a few days ago, and I said Diplo as well, because Diplo, while he's a producer, it would be a cool collaboration for him to create the production on one of my songs, and I would put the lyrics to it. I think that would be cool. So definitely a dream. Yeah, those are three. Yeah. Those are three of my tops, I would say. I was telling, I had another shoot before this, and I was telling her, I actually used to live in New York for a little bit, like when I was like 9, when I was working on like Broadway shit. I lived in the Bronx for a few months, and so while I was living there, I went to Sleepy Hollow. Have you been like Sleepy Hollow, New York? Which is like, you take the train, go like, I don't know if y'all have ever been Sleepy Hollow. It's the way the headless horseman, like everything there is literally decorated with headless horseman things. So all the street signs like have headless horsemen. Yeah, it's really cool. And they have a big castle. It's sick. So I'd say that would be a place I wish I could go to or have time to go to, but I'm not going to. It's about probably like 2 hours from here on the train. So driving like 4 or 5 probably. But yeah, so that would be a place I would be interested in going to, but I'm not going to have time. Yesterday, I brought my best friend with me, and it's her first time here. So I got to take her to Times Square. We kind of like went out a little bit last night because I'm going to have to leave in the morning. Yeah. And I had a full day today. So yeah, we got to go to Times Square. We ate at 5 Napkin Burgers. It was really good. Yeah, it was really good. And then we had, I had some pizza today, like, you know, the quick little like pickup pizza. It was super good. Yeah. And then other than that, I'll probably eat more pizza.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Sage.
Thank you.
It was really nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you as well. Thank you guys so much for coming out today.